This is a Gimme 5 show with Jay Walker and Tiffany. Yeah. You gon' have to give me 5 fingers on it right now.
I'm all excited. You see that?
Wait until they see the strength and here to win. This Black College Live, I'ma need 5 on it.
This is what it's all about.
Overtime on it. Lights out.
I'm gonna put him in the front runner seat to be the Black College Player of the Year.
This ain't for fun. I've been going done. They be still trying to clone it. From FAMU to Grambling, I'm on it. Stand on it. Marching 100 how you want it.
We always like to highlight the fraternities and sororities.
119!
What I wanna, big body. I don't even need a sponsor.
Homeboy was
I be
balling.
stacking comma at the comma. Kiss a guy with good karma. I get it different. I be working on my off day.
Gimme 5 Black College Live is presented by Pepsi.
Oh yeah, we're kicking it from the Berg, Orangeburg, South Carolina. Welcome in to Gimme 5 Black College Live.
Oh,
Jay
yeah.
Walker, Tiffany Greene. It's a battle in the Berg today.
This is the place to be right now in the Black College football landscape without question. Y'all ready for some football?
All right now, 5 things you need to know. We'll talk to the coaches along with HBCU power rankings. Gimme 5. We always love the Greeks on this show. And of course, we got to give you a game preview as well. But first off, let's look back to last weekend. And boy, was the Magic City Classic ever special. It delivered in a big way.
I think when we were calling that game right away, we knew it was a classic. Alabama A&M, Alabama State, they left it all on the field. A 3 overtime thriller that came down to a failed 2-point conversion. I don't know if we'll see a better played football game than that. That's one of those games where you say, unfortunately, somebody had to lose the football contest, but to those student athletes, you have nothing to be ashamed of. That was a proud effort put on by both coaching staffs, Coach Maynard, Coach Hill-Eater. I feel sorry that somebody had to lose that game, but it was, like I like to call it, the classic.
A 43-41 decision in favor of Alabama A&M, and really they are still alive in the SWAC mix, but they're looking for some Southern comfort as they head down to Baton Rouge.
Oh, what a fantastic contest. Which one of these teams is going to be the true team that we thought? One thing about Alabama A&M, they can score points with anybody, one of the most dynamic offenses you're going to see. Southern University coming off a tough loss to Alcorn State, so we'll give them credit for that. They're still the team to beat, I believe, in the SWAC western part of the title. That's going to be a shootout.
Jackson State and University of Arkansas Pine Bluff. When's the last time you heard a 5-3 Golden Lions team?
Bam, Pine Bluff, the surprise team, but now let's find out if they're contenders or pretenders. Jackson State, for everything that's gone wrong down there in Jackson, Mississippi, I'm talking about everything. They only have 1 loss in conference play, and if they can win out the remainder of their games on the schedule, they can make it to the SWAC championship game. Give a shout out to Coach John Hendricks for battling through all that adversity, and the Tigers are still in their control.
Well, Jay, you know, every week you get people talking for a number of reasons, but your HBCU power rankings, we've seen a lot of shakeup in the last few weeks. Could we again see that this week?
You absolutely will, because you're going to see some 2 top-tier teams going at it. First of all, number 1, Alcorn State, Fred McNair. Great job by the Braves. When North Carolina A&T had that slip-up, the Braves were right there. They've been winning in impressive fashion. Florida A&M, the Rattlers, the Millennium, coming off a crucial victory over North Carolina A&T. I've got the Rattlers as a number 2 ranked team in the HBCU football landscape. You can smile, Tip. I know you like that. But number 3, how about those Aggies? Y'all still got a football team. North Carolina A&T, they were number 1 for most of the past 2 years, it seems like. Now they're coming in number 3 in that trail position, but they still control their own fate there. Number 4, what's up, Bulldogs? South Carolina State. We got the Bulldogs in the top 5. Number 3 taking on number 4 today. It gets no better. We'll see. Whoever wins this game between A&T and South Carolina State will control their own destiny to make it to the Celebration Bowl. Number 5, even though they lost Southern University, Dawson Moulton, they're still the team to beat in the SWAC Western Division of the title.
And who sits on the bubble, Jay?
On the bubble will be Alabama A&M. We talked about it. That offense was impressive to me. You have to figure out a way to play defense, but I do believe the Bulldogs, you may hear something from them.
All right, you heard Outkast before. The scene was so thick. L-Dogs, Eldorados, nothing but blackness. How about this great beauty behind us? We have the Marching 101.
Marching 101 in the house.
North Carolina A&T cheerleaders, South Carolina State cheerleaders. Everybody's in the house. Give it up for Gimme 5 Black College Live. More to come. You make sure you stay tuned.
Stick and stay with Tiffany and Jay. They'll be right back after these messages.
shot now, y'all. Turn it out. Oh, yeah. Shot, real smooth.
It's MEAC football season, and things are about to get wild. Could the Aggies bury the Bison? Or will the Bears make a run at the ratings board? Will the Rattlers strike before the Bulldogs bite? Will the Eagles sink their talents into the title or feel the Hornets sting? Could the Wildcats wrap their jaws around victory, or will the Spartans win out in the hunt? It's the road to the 2019 Celebration Bowl. May the wildest team win.
Oh yeah, the stars have been shining bright all season long. We go to the backfield for our Star Watch this week. Not one, but two running backs. How about Alabama A&M's Jordan Bentley? Dude was just balling. All you had to do was feed him the rock. 39 carries, 197 yards, and 3 touchdowns in that Magic City Classic win over Alabama State. And then you go to Jermaine Martin. We have called his name several times this season on Black College Live, the North Carolina A&T running back. 3 touchdowns as well, 138 yards. And check this out. He is already the leading rusher for yards per carry in the FCS, 19.7 against Howard last week for yards per carry. Those are your stars to watch.
You're watching Gimme 5 Black College Live. Aggie Pride.
Welcome back into Gimme 5 Black College Live from Orangeburg, South Carolina. Look, I can't hear you. I can feel the rumbling behind me, but North Carolina A&T Aggie cheerleaders, I need some more. All right, there we go. We got to hear that Aggie pride all the time. It sounds so good. We're with North Carolina A&T head coach Sam Washington. And coach, a lot at stake today, several implications here today. What's your message to your team all week?
Well, we know it's going to be a tough ball game. And to come out with 110% and give great effort from start to finish. I think it's very important that we start fast and finish strong.
In terms of what you all have been able to do in the HBCU landscape, ranked in the top 25 in FCS, I mean, continuing to be the torchbearer, what would it mean for you all, and what will it take to be back-to-back defending MEAC champs?
Well, that'll be a great feeling, and one that we look forward to. And hopefully everything works out today and put us in the driver's seat so that we can obtain that quest.
You have so many playmakers, especially on the offensive side of the ball, right? So Jermaine Martin, what has he meant to your team this year?
Oh, that kid is exciting. He's exciting to watch. He's great to be around. He's just a good person, along with being a good football player.
From your experiences facing off against South Carolina State teams in the past, what can fans expect from today's matchup?
Very physical. It's going to be a physical, hard-fought football game from start to finish. And, Coach Pugh always have done a tremendous job with his teams, and we expect nothing different today. All
right, lastly, just what this means. Oftentimes coaches take the time to come on Black College Live and give us their time, and we're ever appreciative to you for that. But what does this mean, and what does this do for Black college football?
This presence right here?
That's right.
Oh, man, this is wonderful. It's very exciting. I love it. And I hope the world, love it as much as we do. And I think it's good for football.
All right, we appreciate your time. Coach Sam Washington of North Carolina A&T will be back with more. We'll hear from South Carolina State head coach Buddy Pugh on the other side.
Stick and stay with Tiffany and Jay. They'll be right back after these messages.
This December 21st, the best in HBCU football will collide in Atlanta at the Celebration Bowl. MEAC versus SWAC. Champion versus champion. Only one team will rise above the rest and claim the coveted Celebration Bowl trophy. Come join the celebration at Mercedes-Benz Stadium this December. For more information, visit thecelebrationbowl.com.
Welcome back to Give Me 5 Black College Live.
Welcome back to Black College Live here from Orangeburg, South Carolina. The cheerleaders are in the house. The mascot here. Hey, we got your man with you right now. The man, the myth, the legend, the winningest coach in the history of South Carolina State football. Let me say that again. The winningest coach in the history of South Carolina State football, head Bulldog, Buddy Pugh. First off, congratulations.
Thank you very much, Jay. You've been a part of a lot of those games. I think you were one of my good luck charms for a long time. The last couple of times I've seen you, it hadn't gone so well. So
don't put this on me,
I'm
man.
Worried,
you put it on them players. It ain't on me.
I'm worried about this deal here today.
Well, you talk about this game coming up. What's it mean? How important is this? For a while, Bulldogs been down for a little bit. I think this was probably one of the toughest off seasons that you've had in a while.
It is.
Having to reevaluate.
It was.
But now you put yourself in a position. If you all went out, you control your own destiny.
Well, and there's nothing better than that. I guess you say, if you win, you in. And, that's our deal at this point. We've got to figure out how to beat these guys today. A&T, though, is really, really good. I mean, and I've got to make sure that, we've got all of our I's dotted and T's crossed, because anything that we mess up, those guys are going to take advantage of it. So we got our work cut out for us today. But now the Bulldogs are here to play, so we're excited about it.
Okay, the Bulldogs.
This is our present. We're going to get out.
Yeah.
We're going to be here. Yeah.
All right. One thing I've always given you credit for, North Carolina A&T, they've got a really good running back by the name of Jermaine Martin, right? But one thing I know about you, you've told me A&T's coming here with a good running back before by the name of Tariq Cohen. Tariq Cohen never got busy on y'all. What y'all going to do to contain Jermaine Martin?
Well, we're going to try to play good, sound defense. That's been kind of our deal over the years. We always do a good job of stopping a great player. And, we give a little extra attention to him, but at the same time, they've got so many players on this team until you can't just take one guy and push him over there toward him, because those guys will hurt you. They got Bell and Leslie and all those guys back on the backside, those wide receivers. Carter can hurt you with the throw game. So they got all kinds of things that they can hurt you with. We've got to be balanced and make sure that we do a good job of stopping their overall offensive plan.
I know you got that slide look like you got a plan. So I do believe the Bulldogs are here to play. But I'm not letting you off the hook that easy now. We know your defense always shows up. Offense has always been the question mark. Who's going to play quarterback for you now? You've been rotating quarterbacks a little bit, playing two of them. What's going to happen to the quarterback position? Give me the scoop, Coach. Come on, man. We friends.
You are going to get a little bit of Tyrese Nick. You're going to get a little bit of Corey Fields. And then you're going to get a little bit of both of them at the same time. So,
man.
So,
come
I'm
on,
telling
Coach.
you, I guarantee you at the end of the day, you'll come back and say, but if you told the truth. So I'm telling you that's exactly.
But tell me who I'm going to get a lot of. That's what I want.
I'm hoping that you get a lot of all of them, because the longer we keep the football, the better we are. So, we're going to try to see if we can kept the football for about 2/3 of the game against Bethune-Cookman last week, and that was a big part of our plan. So if we can keep the ball away from A&T's offense, then that might be as good a defense as we can ever have.
All right, we got that, man. Good luck to you, Coach. I appreciate you coming by. And when we come back on the other side here at Black College Live on the campus of South Carolina State University, we're going to give you the 5 things you have to know about A&T and South Carolina State.
Stick and stay with Tiffany and Jay. They'll be right back after these messages. We are the SWAC. Our heritage lifts us to great heights, because my history is forged by trailblazers. That motivates me today to focus on my future. We are the SWAC. We are the new trailblazers. And this is my heritage.
Football season.
Day. Oh,
Perfect weather. That's what I'm talking about.
Ask for anything better. Great football weather, but we're on the campus of South Carolina State University, and you know what? They're our school of the week along with North Carolina A&T, and it's always time for the best part of this show. Give me 5.
All right, here's what we got to do. I went a little non-traditional this time. Normally we do a school of the week, but we've been here before, so I want to do both schools. So how about the 5 things you need to know about North Carolina A&T and South Carolina State? I think first, the number 5. There are 5 Bulldogs currently playing in the National Football League. Darius Leonard, Javon Hargrave being the leaders right now of the group. North Carolina A&T comes in at number 4 because the Aggies have 4 players currently playing in the NFL right now, being led by, of course, Tariq Cohen. 3, championships. It's all about championships. And North Carolina A&T has won 3 out of 4 Celebration Bowl championships. That's a dominating performance right there. Aggie pride's along and well. I think number 2, I think we saw number 2. Number 2, these are 2 of the most well-respected coaches you're going to find in the HBCU landscape. Both universities love their coaches, rightfully so. Buddy Pugh, the elder statesman of coaches, and then you got Sam Washington, the new kid on the block, doing a great job. And number 1, are we in North Carolina or are we in South Carolina? It's a border war. It's the Carolina border war, the battle at the border. Who's going to win it with so much riding at the stake? That's what you got to know about North Carolina A&T and South Carolina State 2019.
2 terrific programs, 16 MEAC titles for South Carolina State, 10 for North Carolina A&T, among the winningest programs in the Mid-Eastern Athletic Conference. We'll be back with more for Gimme 5 Black College Live.
Stick and stay with Tiffany and Jay. They'll be right back after these messages.
Everybody clap your hands. Cha-cha now, y'all. Turn it out. Oh, yeah. Cha-cha, real smooth.
This December 21st, the best in HBCU football will collide in Atlanta at the Celebration Bowl. MEAC versus SWAC. Champion versus champion. Only one team will rise above the rest and claim the coveted Celebration Bowl trophy. Come join the celebration at Mercedes-Benz Stadium this December. For more information, visit thecelebrationbowl.com.
Thanks for sticking with us here on Gimme 5 Black College Live.
Oh, yeah.
All right, we're in the home stretch of this thing. And look, the men of Xi Psi of Omega Psi Phi behind us. If you don't know, the first international, wait a minute.
Whoa.
I can't even give any love to the men of Omega Psi Phi, founded in 1911 on the campus.
I'm not even a Q, and that make me start hopping. Q's, what's up with y'all? You
universal song.
You hear the song?
They were stretching. Wait a minute. When the song comes on, what happens to you?
Fights break
do you
out.
start to-
Fights break out.
We're peaceful here. We're peaceful here. I need to see some hopping, fellas.
What y'all got? What y'all got?
I need to see hooks and hopping. Hooks and hopping. Oh, say wait a minute. They're ready. Uh-oh. See, you got to get the stretch. It's the warm-up. It's the build-up. You got to lead up to it.
You say, but.
Quick little organization. The Divine Nine.
There you go.
Always welcome.
Now they hopping. Those are
on
cues.
Black College Live.
Now those are cues. And like we always say, sororities and fraternities are welcome here on Black College Live. The Qs in South Carolina State, they took us up on our offer.
Oh, yeah. And what I love about the Qs is that they're also Omega men, okay? Stand for manhood, scholarship, perseverance, uplift, all that good stuff. All right, so as they're live in the background, we got to get into this game preview.
We got a football game.
Right, we got a football game. It's the hottest ticket in the HBCU landscape. North Carolina A&T, South Carolina State. What you got?
Well, both teams come into this game with championship caliber defenses, right? I really do feel that to win this football game, whichever defense shows up, these are the 2 best defenses in the conference, bar none. That being the case, it comes down to offense. Offensively, North Carolina A&T has the star power, they've got the firepower, they've got the weapons. But for some reason, South Carolina State always plays them real tough because they can match the physical mentality that North Carolina A&T brings into the pulpit. So I think it comes down to whether or not South Carolina State's going to be able to bully North Carolina A&T at the line of scrimmage. South Carolina State, They got to settle on a quarterback. I don't care what Coach Pugh tells you. 2 quarterback systems normally don't win you championships. He can prove me wrong. He'll have a great chance to do that. But that being said, I can't call the game. You can't predict who's the winner is. So we're going to bring in my homeboy. Come on in here. We're going to bring in my homeboy.
Alexander, who has the unique distinction of coaching at both North Carolina A&T and South Carolina State, having won a MEAC regular season or tournament championship at both schools. Okay.
Tell us about your book first. I'll tell you, you got a book here. Tell us about your book.
Beyond the Backboard is about my career at both South Carolina State, Tennessee State, and North Carolina A&T State University.
All right.
Great read.
Now, I'm going to put you on the spot now. You know that. Now, we got a football game. I can't call it. You coached at South Carolina State. You coached at North Carolina A&T. Who is going to win the Battle of the Border today?
I tell you what, it's going to be an overtime game.
Okay.
And North Carolina A&T has a field goal kicker named Ruiz that I saw him kick a 52-yard field goal. And I think that it's going to come down to possibly special teams play.
I don't want no possibles. Who's going to win the game?
24-21 North Carolina A&T.
Oh! They will play it.
Look, Jay, Aggies, it's going to be a dogfight for sure.
It's going to be a dogfight for sure. Aggies coming in here trying to take over. We'll find out. Check us out. We'll have the call. Black College Live from Orangeburg. Peace.
Yeah. This is a Gimme 5 show with Jay Walker and Tiffany. Yeah. You gon' have to give me 5 fingers on it right now. Wait until they see the strength and hear the win. It's Black College Live, I'ma need 5 on it. If they put overtime on it, lights out.